A message from Cole Palmer, a transfer verdict on Marcus Rashford, and a wave of furious Manchester United season ticket holders. There is a lot to get through, so let's start where the fans are already talking. Manchester United's newest signing has broken his silence, and fans are demanding the club make it official. Christian Orozco, a Colombian teenager, had his move to Old Trafford agreed 9 months ago, with the transfer structured so he would officially join once he turned 18. That milestone birthday landed this past Monday, sealing his switch from Fortaleza SIF. United's football operations department, now under Michael Carrick's management structure, sees him as a player with genuine first-team potential, and the club's recent midfield signings of Andre Santos and Yuri Tielemans could eventually open a pathway for Orozco to break into senior contention. For now, he has joined the academy setup, where coaches will assess his progress before deciding his next step, with a season in the under-21s side considered the most probable route. United have followed a similar development pattern before, having previously signed Sekou Konate from Mali and Diego Leon from Paraguay. Speaking to ESPN Colombia, Orozco described his own strengths directly, saying, "I know my strengths are my physicality and my technique." He also addressed the adjustment ahead of him, noting that English lessons would be part of his settling in process, and recalled his visit to Carrington in December, saying he realized during that trip how important it is to learn the language quickly. Fans reacted heavily to the news on social media platform X, with many publicly urging the club to confirm the signing alongside 2 other new arrivals, Karl Darlow and Andre Santos. But Orozco is not the only midfielder whose arrival is generating headlines this week. Andre Santos has completed a move to Manchester United from Chelsea, and it comes with a personal story attached. The transfer was finalised this week for an initial fee of £48 million, with a further £2 million in potential add-ons, and Santos has signed a 5-year contract at Old Trafford. His move follows a search for consistent first-team football, something he struggled to secure at Chelsea after joining in January 2023 and going out on loan spells to Vasco da Gama, Nottingham Forest, and Strasbourg. Last season, he was part of Chelsea's first-team squad, playing alongside Cole Palmer. Following his transfer, Santos revealed that Palmer personally reached out to him. Speaking to MUTV, Santos said, "I got a message from Cole Palmer." He explained further, stating that Palmer, who was born in Manchester and understands the city well, sent supportive words about his move. Palmer also posted publicly under United's Instagram announcement, writing, "What a player. Good luck, bro. If you're finding value in these breakdowns, this is exactly the kind of transfer news, reaction, and insight we bring you daily here on Final Whiz. If you haven't already, take a second to subscribe to the channel, drop or like on this video, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the Santos and Palmer story below it. Genuinely helps this channel keep growing and keep bringing you these updates first." That message from Palmer has reignited a storyline that has followed him for months. Santos's revelation comes at a time when speculation continues around Palmer's own future. Despite coming through Manchester City's youth system, Palmer is known to be a boyhood United supporter, and reports have suggested he may have been unsettled in London. However, United opted against pursuing a move for him in the current transfer window. Palmer addressed rumours of homesickness directly in an interview with The Guardian back in April, saying, "Obviously, Manchester is my home. All my family are there, but I don't miss it." He added at the time, "I've got no plans to move from Chelsea. We've still got a lot to play for." While one Manchester-born forward is being linked back to Old Trafford, another United forward's future was decided within days of the World Cup ending. Marcus Rashford's transfer situation shifted immediately following England's exit from the tournament. Rashford spent last season on loan at Barcelona, recording 14 goals and 14 assists across 47 appearances in all competitions, and he was part of the squad that won the La Liga title and the Spanish Super Cup under Hansi Flick. Despite that form, Barcelona allowed their £26 million option to sign him permanently to expire on June 15. The Catalan club has since signed Anthony Gordon from Newcastle United for £69 million and are working on a deal to bring in Karim Adeyemi from Borussia Dortmund. With his return to Barcelona no longer an option, Rashford's camp has been weighing alternatives, and interest has emerged from Fenerbahçe in Turkey. According to Fabrizio Romano, Rashford has no interest in a move to Turkey and would prefer to stay in Europe. Reports indicate he is instead expected to return to United for pre-season, with Michael Carrick keen to reintegrate him into the squad. A departure remains possible, but reportedly only if a bid arrives from a top club, with Tottenham, Arsenal, Napoli, and Chelsea all mentioned as sides that have shown interest. This summer, Rashford's future is expected to be resolved once pre-season begins. England were eliminated from the World Cup at the semi-final stage, losing 2-1 to Argentina in Atlanta. Rashford started 2 of England's 7 matches in the tournament, coming on late in stoppage time against Argentina and scoring earlier in the group stage against Croatia. Speaking to reporters before England's quarter-final against Norway, Rashford addressed the transfer speculation directly, saying, "I was very clear with everyone involved before the World Cup. I wanted a move done before it." He added, "I want to be fully present in the moment." United's non-World Cup players returned for pre-season training last Thursday and are scheduled to play their first friendly against Championship side Wrexham in Finland on Saturday. While the transfer business unfolds on the pitch, a very different story is unfolding off it, one that has left a large section of the fan base genuinely furious. A number of Manchester United season ticket holders have been threatened with having their accounts revoked after allegedly breaching the club's ticketing terms. On Tuesday, a wave of supporters received emails informing them their accounts had been temporarily restricted due to what the club described as sustained suspicious activity. The email requested that fans confirm every device used to access their account, disclose whether those devices were linked to other ticketing accounts, explain whether the account was accessed from multiple locations, and submit valid photographic identification. The Manchester Evening News spoke with several affected supporters, many of whom maintained their innocence and criticised the club for vague communication. One fan affected by the restrictions had held a season ticket for 27 years, and the club confirmed their account restrictions would remain in place. Another supporter, who attends matches both home and away and regularly complies with identification checks, was told the restrictions would stay due to what the club called the balance of available evidence, despite the fan stating no clear proof of wrongdoing had been presented. Reporting indicates United applied a blanket approach to identifying suspected ticket touting, which resulted in some innocent supporters being caught in the process. The club was unable to clarify exactly how the flagged accounts were identified by their system. Some fans who received the initial email later had their restrictions lifted, while others remain unresolved. A club source noted that supporters who responded to the email have generally had their accounts restored, and that a lack of response from other flagged accounts was viewed internally as a possible indicator of guilt. United stated in email correspondence to supporters, "We have worked with our fans forum to establish a robust appeals process. Appeals are considered by an independent appeals panel supported by senior management representation to ensure each case is reviewed objectively and fairly." Away from the ticketing controversy, there is genuinely good news emerging from the World Cup. Lisandro Martinez is coming out of the tournament in the best form United fans could have hoped for. The United defender remained fit throughout Argentina's World Cup campaign, a notable development given his injury history at Old Trafford. Since 2022, he has started just 65 of United's 152 Premier League matches, having suffered multiple serious injuries during his time at the club, which is part of why he was allowed to enter the final 12 months of his contract without a new deal being agreed. Last season alone included a return from a serious knee injury, 5 matches missed due to a calf issue, and a 3-match ban following a red card against Leeds. Despite that history, Michael Carrick selected him whenever he was available, and the head coach is expected to pair Martinez with Harry Maguire as his first-choice centre-back partnership next season. Martinez was rested for Argentina's final group stage match but played every other fixture without injury concern, including 120 minutes each against Cape Verde and Switzerland. He was substituted at the 72nd minute of Argentina's semi-final defeat to England on Wednesday, but had been aggressive and combative for the majority of the match. Argentina will face Spain on Sunday as they look to win back-to-back World Cup titles. And finally, one story that has nothing to do with results but everything to do with United's ongoing presence at this World Cup involves former defender Rio Ferdinand. World Cup fans attending a fan festival at the Javits Center in New York City on Friday will be charged £60 to attend a press conference featuring finalists Argentina and Spain. Hosted by Ferdinand, with FIFA President Gianni Infantino appearing as a special guest. The event takes place 2 days before Sunday's final at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Fans wanting a photograph with Ferdinand will be charged an additional £100. The event is run in partnership between FIFA and retailer Fanatics, with entry covering access to multiple sporting events featuring athletes including LeBron James, Novak Djokovic, Tom Brady, Serena Williams, and Sir David Beckham. According to reporting from The Times, other photo opportunities at the event carry higher prices, including one with former MLB player Alex Rodriguez priced at £239. Ferdinand has continued expanding his role as a FIFA ambassador, having hosted the draw for the expanded 48-team tournament group stage in December. He has opted to cover this World Cup through his own YouTube channel rather than joining the BBC or ITV punditry panels. So in the space of 1 week, Manchester United have welcomed a new midfielder awaiting his official unveiling, watched one former Chelsea player reveal a personal message from another, settled the immediate question of where Marcus Rashford will begin pre